Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. All right, who was the first one in the call?
Me.
Linda Jansen. All right.
Good morning.
Morning, Mark. Did Mike Arias drop that into your Chicago Title Pro website?
Yeah, we worked through it pretty good yesterday.
Cool.
I think we got one more challenge today. We're not quite there, but yeah, we got something going on right now.
Good. Awesome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I told him that you and I were working on kind of dialing it up, and he said he would let you and I finish that up. But let me get set up first and see.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, the biggest thing is I wanted him to drop it into your account, so I wasn't staring at it.
Yeah, I had to create the account.
No good to me sitting in mine if you're going to be doing it. So
super. Yep.
Morning, Linda Thomason. How are you?
Morning.
Hey, Chris. Good morning.
Morning. Sorry I missed Talking Crap Tuesdays. Let me see if I've got something that we can go over.
Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Sammy.
Morning,
All right,
Sam.
Linda
Good
Thomason. All right, here's one.
Hello, Linda.
All right, Linda Thompson, I have the most loving wife. Last night I woke up while she was holding a pillow tightly over my face to protect me from COVID-19.
This is a reality in our quarantine times, possibly.
I sent this to the TCs the other day, and it said, just like that, having a mask, rubber gloves, duct tape, plastic sheeting, and rope in your trunk is okay.
I think I came into that conversation a bit weird.
Did you?
Yes. Why are you guys talking about ropes and plastic gloves? Duct tape.
Well, I said, and so the joke is, and just like that, having a mask, rubber gloves, duct tape, plastic sheeting, and rope in your trunk is now okay. Let's see, for all you dog people, kind of starting to understand why pets try to run out of the house when the front door opens. Yep. So I saw your guys' public health order.
Yep, masks are a must, even while driving.
Masks. While driving?
Yeah, that's what I was logging
At all
in late
times.
because I was reading that message.
Yep. Yeah, at all times if you're out.
And then electronic only religious services, which is perfectly understandable. Our church has been doing that here for weeks now.
I got a quick funny I'll share with you here also, real quick. So many of you have dogs, you can see that one? I got a kick out of that one.
Oh my God, Donnie, you and your browsers. How many browsers did you just?
Yeah.
37 browsers open. Why is my computer slow?
Unibrowser.
Oh God. All right, we got 4 minutes past. We got. All right, do you want to get going, Donnie, or want to wait another minute or two?
No, I think let's get going.
Okay. So one of the things that that we've been hearing about for a while is c21 upping their training calendar, and obviously yesterday we talked about c21 University. Our own, is she on here? Yeah, Miss Shannon dug into some crazy details and found all of the training calendars. So I wanted to share those with you guys. I posted it in Rock and Rose group so you guys could see it as well for all the Facebook people out there. For all the non-Facebook people out there. Everybody see that okay?
There it is.
Yeah, you can see it? Okay, cool.
Yes,
Okay.
I can see it.
So a few things. One, this calendar's done phenomenal. All the blue are actual links. So for example, this workplace for Facebook 21 days real estate workout, it's about scripts. So if you click that, it goes right to that page on workplace with all the other Century 21 people, and it's nothing but scripts for all different scenarios. And then all the other links take you right to register for these classes. And this is some phenomenal content. There's even a virtual accelerate that just started this past Monday. But like today at 10 a.m. So again, also, this is all Eastern time.
Right.
So you're gonna have to subtract 3 hours.
10 o'clock.
So at 10 a.m., there's the 3 pricing strategies you need to know. Supercharged lead conversion is this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow's open houses from their couch. Building your sphere of influence in a physically distant world tomorrow afternoon. So what we're going to do, since we just got this information, we're working through it all. This is phenomenal content. So this is going to be part of our training calendar going forward. And then we will intermix some stuff locally from myself and Donnie, maybe a day or 2 a week, something like that, to not overwhelm everybody, because there's a lot of great content, but there's a lot of it. But the nice thing is that they are repeating stuff. So if you've got an appointment tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and you can't do the open house one, that's okay. Friday afternoon, they've thrown it on there so you can watch it then.
Yeah, and a lot of this content in here was stuff that we've been pointing out throughout 21 Online through C21 University. And you could view this stuff on your own separately like that. But I'd encourage you to go through these formats because you get the interactive chat and discussions with corporate on this stuff. So if you tuned in yesterday, or if you didn't tune in yesterday, they gave you good examples of how to utilize this type of information. And then other agents shared some strategy points also. So that's stuff that you won't get on your own trying to filter through this stuff. So I would encourage you to attend this. And so maybe on this one for tomorrow, open houses from the couch. Boy, we can relate to that a little bit here. Chris, if you let me share my screen here real quick.
Hold on, let me stop sharing mine. All right, have at it.
Okay.
Oh, Rosa is sideways on the San Francisco Bridge.
Let me see if I can figure out how to get there.
You mean how to find it in all your tabs?
Yes, right. Hold on, that wasn't it.
That's not it. That tab from like 6 weeks ago, you can close that one out.
Can you see that now? Open house?
No, this is text scripts.
Okay. Let me try that again now. There it is. Okay, now can you see that?
Yeah.
Open house from your couch. Okay, so this is tomorrow's down in here. This is a little intro for a minute and a half, but and I've already viewed that. It's not super powerful. The length on this one's going to be a little over an hour for you guys tomorrow. But what I wanted to do is just to give you a quick teaser, if you would, follow me along here. I'm just going to open this up real quick. Zoom best practices. Um, you're using it for a listing or self-promotion. They're going through a lot of content on this. I'm just skipping on this. Position and promoting the open house via Facebook.
Yeah, and it's giving you instructions as well how to physically do it, how to log in, how to hold your camera, how to do all the steps. So I really liked this
Be
this
organic,
presentation. Yep.
scripted. Yeah, as I went through this already as well, putting your game plan together, RPR, Realtor Property Resource, if you don't know what that is, super good reports in there. Do they have a real estate need? You know, you're getting into it, and then what do you do with it when you determine if they're a prospect right now or for later, and what do you do with it? Then again, you're seeing the calendar they're talking about in here, and how to look your best on the webcam. So just scooting through that real quick, you can see that there is some really valuable content in there as well. So let me see if I can get over.
So this is a webinar, right?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
So since we just got this information, we're just working through how we want to incorporate, because, hey, good morning, Fidel. How we want to incorporate the training that we do and then this training, and we don't want it to be too much and not enough. So me and Mike and Donnie will talk later this morning and come up with a game plan on that. But this is some great content. The other thing that I wanted to show Donnie, let's see if I can do it on mine, is show you guys. Everybody see that new sales associate development path? Donnie, can you see that?
Yes, I can. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I could see that.
Okay, so we have some new agents on here. We have some experienced agents on here, and I'll get the experienced one in a second.
Right.
But this is a list of all the training for a new sales associate. Obviously, starts with business planning. You have Accelerate, Go List, working with buyers. Some of them can be done virtually. So like Accelerate's virtual. Business planning can be virtual. We can do it live when we get back to normal, obviously in the office. Lead gen, sphere of influence. Lead gen, specifically open houses. Then there's farming, working on expireds, owning objections. And most of this can be done virtually too, as well. Mentor 21. That's matching them up with a mentor in the office. And then there's one for experienced agents as well.
Right.
There's Team Up. 21 talks about teams. If you guys wanted to get involved in that, Track 21. There's commercial. There's more coaching, mentoring. So a lot of good stuff that they've put together recently. So we're going to obviously take that and run with it.
Right. Yeah. How I think yesterday's was owning objections, wasn't it?
Yep.
On that class. So any of you that were out there who might have viewed that yesterday, you want to chime in? Did you get something good out of that, even if it was bits or pieces? Anybody want to chime in?
Anybody?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I was trying to find the microphone. Yeah, I did. I got some good responses back on if they don't want a home warranty or they don't want to have people coming through your home. I thought that was great. So I did take some screenshots of some of those things to implement into my own you know, presentations and stuff like that. So that was good.
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 Yeah, I think there was one in there where they were talking, probably caught everybody's attention, was on seller wanting to lower your commission. How to deal with that. We have some chat in there, Chris.
Let's see. Shannon said the training was for ways to help curve the buyer seller to see the importance of certain situations.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is one that was on that calendar that Chris just showed you a little while ago. That will be a repeat, I believe, also. So if you missed that one, I encourage you to look for that one. These are some very pertinent ones. We can talk about a lot of training on how to get buyers and sellers and so forth. But what happens when you actually get one and you get into this kind of a dialogue? Even for brand new agents, one of the toughest questions to get, I remember it well, is how many properties have you sold? You know, it's enough to make the hair on your neck stand up a little bit. And so you need to be prepared on how to answer that rather than to kind of fumble or stumble through that when that does occur. It will occur. So things like, I have to be honest with you, Mr. Seller. I'm new to the business, but I was diligent in seeking out a company that was highly respected, very knowledgeable, and certainly has served the area or our community for a period of time. And we have two offices who served the area for 30 and 50 years, staffed with over 75 agents full time. And any question that I can't answer, I can pick up the phone and get that answer for you right now. But the best thing that I can tell you is that I don't have 30 listings under my belt that I'm servicing at this time, which means that I can devote more attention to your property. Okay, so kind of spun that around, showed them experience from the office level, the size of the office, and then been able to show them that how much more time I can devote to them. And I think that's really what they want to hear. And you back that up with things like, I'm going to communicate with you once a week what kind of traffic is being viewed regarding your property. And I'm going to send you these numbers each and every week. I'm going to follow up with you, blah, blah, blah. So, so don't feel like you don't have a source to be prepared, but don't get caught off guard on things like that. And I'll tell you, even with all of my years of experience, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, you're going to be faced with questions that you won't have an answer to, no matter how knowledgeable you are. And I think for any of us who've been in the business for a period of time, we know that that's a fact. But we also know that we can reach out to many sources in order to obtain those answers. So you remember, as we talk about Zoom meetings, things like that, and even your dialogue or your speech, you want to be confident as you can be, but also visually. You've probably seen some people respond in your lifetime to questions where the answer that comes from them appears to almost or sound almost like a question in itself. So, that's kind of a confidence thing. Also, your body language, especially in these Zoom meetings, means a lot because you can tell if people are paying attention. They can tell if you are really sure about what it is that you're saying at the same time. So you never want to make promises, especially the ones that you can't keep. Things like that, but be confident in your ability to say that if I can't find that answer for you, I do have sources that we can reach out to, and you're very confident about that. And I think that you guys know with the leadership that you've got that is a very true statement, and so you can be confident in saying that in itself.
When Donnie was talking about different dialogues, that reminded me. So at the top of this calendar, every day there's a different focus. Today happens to be scripts. So if you click this blue link, it takes you automatically into your workplace account. Every Century 21 agent automatically had one made for them when you affiliated with us. But it takes you inside of that group, and there's just tons of scripts in there, and these are other agents too throughout the country talking about it, scripts that work for them. what works good, what doesn't. Little short videos from leadership. That reminds me, on this Friday, Mind Over Mindset, or Mind Over Market, sorry. Greg Harrelson's one of the top brokers in the nation out of, I think it's South Carolina. And then Brian Ellington is our chief operating officer. You guys will get to spend some time with them if you click that to attend it. And you can do it two ways. You can go like now and sign up for open houses from the couch right now, and it will register you and then send you an email right away giving you the link. Or at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, because this is Eastern time, at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, you can go right to this calendar, click the register here button, and instead of saying register here, it will say join now.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I need to learn how they made calendars because this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I see Fidel is in the house and a few others who are bilingual. And I want to mention NAREP. So perhaps Fidel may have some input in this category. Where what I'd like to see, we're talking a lot about workplace all of a sudden, and you can see from that calendar that they're trying to direct you there, and that's great because that's a direction we want to head also. But don't forget, you can seek out lots of groups in workplace. I would highly recommend at our leadership meetings with corporate and a lot of other top offices, we had a great panel where we were talking about lots of different ideas. And I happened to mention to one guy that had multiple offices, big office. And I asked, did you have anything set up in a workplace that might have been or Facebook, that might have been a bilingual page, if you would, where you can start to share marketing pieces on your properties in a Hispanic or bilingual format. We've got C21 Espanol, and I'm just not seeing the utilization of the great content that they've got in there for the community that is either bilingual or not, where their primary language is Spanish. And so I think we're missing a great opportunity to either be involved with a group like that and advertise. Again, we're in the most affordable area in all of Southern California, irregardless of what's going on. And we should be touting that and utilizing that particular format. If you can't find a group in a workplace that is a bilingual group, create one, invite people in like that. And then perhaps some of the people who are involved with NAREP, Fidel, you might reach out and maybe try to invite them into some type of a focal point area, whether it's Facebook group created for bilingual communities or something along these lines, where we can really utilize this function. And don't forget, for those of you who are not even bilingual, in your presentations, you should be having some material that is the C21 Espanol to show that this is a category that we are very diversified in, and that we are reaching out into this community, because everybody knows that the Hispanic community is huge in California. And so we should be taking advantage of our content that's already been formatted for us. So I would encourage you to play with that a little bit, try to create that type of a content or area where you might meet and share listings in this content format. I think you'll find it very valuable for you.
There's no training, right? Like you said, for the Espanol. So that's what you're suggesting, that we do our groups. Do a group.
Yeah, so there's marketing pieces that can be created in the C21 Espanol on each one of your listings. So
Okay.
as you create a group or you become a member of a group that's sharing marketing like this, then you can jump in there and start to advertise your properties in this Spanish format. And so I think that will get you a lot more exposure. And for those of you, again, who don't even speak another language, you can show that we are working with this community specific.
Hey, I'm going to unmute Shannon for a second and ask her something. Hey, Shannon, isn't there a way inside of, what is it, my C21? No, not my C21. All of
You
your
went online?
your unique property website. Isn't there something with the branded YouTube videos where it lets you switch to make an English
Yes.
one and a Spanish one?
Yes, there is. You can check a box that says that you can launch it with in Spanish.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
don't have any other language, just English and Spanish.
Yeah.
That's in the unique property website. So on the
Um,
C21.
Yeah, wherever. Shoot. Now you're gonna have to make me look because I hate.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's where all your properties are listed, all your listings.
So,
Okay.
Chris, when you go in there, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and then it's going to be at the bottom.
Okay. All right, cool. I just want to make, because I thought that there was a way so you can immediately, attract your, Spanish speaking audience by, posting that stuff in Facebook on Spanish or emailing it out, directing them to that YouTube site, whatever. That's just another, could be an untapped market.
Yeah, and I've created some marketing pieces in Spanish in the past, and when I wound up getting some type of responses on those, even if I didn't know what in the world they were saying, I could football this over to somebody else, potentially as a teammate or as a referral, and let them run with it, obviously because of my barrier. But I've created a lead that maybe I can team up with somebody and get a little piece of that. And again, this is just another source of revenue for you, even if you can't speak the language in itself. Dave had a comment in there also, Chris.
Yeah. So David, it looks like they're running, some of the training is they'll have it one day in the morning and then one day in the afternoon, and then they'll wait a week and do that again. So if you missed one day, you could possibly catch it the next day or the next week. But yes, you're supposed to, once you register for a class, they're supposed to send you the webinar afterwards.
Okay.
And then as far as these meetings, we have had them, we're uploading them all to our private YouTube page. Well, we have a public YouTube page and they are privately uploaded. And then I've got a call later with some YouTube people on how I can invite all of the agents just to view those Zoom meetings.
Okay, I attended that meeting yesterday with C21, and I wanted to, because I didn't come in right at the very beginning, and I wanted to go back and review it, but I never got anything sent to me afterwards, so that's why I was asking that. And the one tomorrow, I got an appointment, and I'm not going to be able to see that one either. So
Which one? Which one tomorrow? Okay, yeah, I was going to say I thought I got mine.
I didn't get mine from yesterday.
I'll forward it to you.
All right, appreciate it.
And then which one can't you attend, David, tomorrow?
The open house from the couch or whatever.
Okay, hold on 1 second here. All right, so open house from the couch. Okay, can you do, if you can do Friday at 4 o'clock, they're gonna run it again.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'll be on that as well tomorrow morning, so I can forward it to you once they send it out.
Cool.
As well. So
Appreciate it.
yeah, you're welcome.
But is there anywhere we can go back and view the ones that they've already done?
That
Just like, just like your.
Yeah, like a video library.
Yeah, it should be in some sort of a video library for everybody that may have missed it, or, somebody go next week and
All right.
wants to go back and review, hey, I missed that one. So
I will
don't
look.
believe
I will
so.
look for it. But Shannon the sleuth is probably all over that already.
I don't believe so, because in each of the emails that you get after you attend one of those, it specifically states that this should not be shared with anyone else. It's curtailed just for you.
Huh.
Well, then
That's weird.
I would suggest putting in some sort of a suggestion for the C21 people to be able to go back and view what the trainings are that are coming from C21.
Yeah. Or at least update them to have relevant content. Okay, cool.
One of the other things I wanted to leave everybody with this morning also was maybe a bit of encouragement as well. I did a quick search yesterday in the MLS, and it was a very narrow search, just so you know, but it was the three major cities. I think I threw in Hellendale, and I only referenced residential property. So our initial stay home order date began on March 20th. It was a Friday. And I pulled 74 new residential listings since then, 70 pendings. And while they were probably already in the pipeline, there still were 88 closings. So if I was to have added land or commercial or leases or anything else in there, these numbers would have jumped tremendously, not to mention the territory in itself for our association of realtors is very, very broad. So it goes anywhere from Needles to Wrightwood. But from a very narrow local perspective, I wanted to give you some encouraging numbers showing that there is lots of business. And I know Mike mentioned this at the meeting as well. I know you guys who've been watching Facebook, Rock and Rose group, you're seeing how many Op City leads are coming through still. We've got people who've been driving up from down the hill showing in the rain. I mean, these have got to be serious buyers, let me tell you. And so I just want to give you a few words of encouragement in that regard. And then also just wanted to leave also this morning with, we started out the week just like last week with texting, reach out to 5 people in text. We want to give you baby steps for that. I encourage you to keep doing that each morning, but also to post maybe 5 things throughout the week into your Facebook, your listings, or something that's of value to your clients or your audience on how to give value to your home by some form of improvements, things like that, where you're really just engaged is what I'm trying to say here, more than just very minimal efforts in that regard. So don't, just keep with it. I mean, if you have to write it down, my goal today is 5 texts and 5 posts. Don't be obnoxious, but spread it out a little bit so that your day has some meaning for you when it's over, that you've done something out there. And like some of these videos are showing, once this is all removed, you're ready to hit the street running, not trying to play catch up from there forward.
All right, guys. Anybody have anything for the group? Any comments, questions before we sign off?
How's the weather in San Francisco, Rosa? I love your background.
Anything from you, Mr. Fidel? Hold on. No, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
But I'm working with Nara and see if we can put something together about what Donnie was saying. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I had a Zoom meeting this morning, and we are trying to find ways to connect with the community. So that's one point that I'm going to bring up in the next Zoom meeting. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, man. All right, guys, we will talk to you tomorrow. And then in about 30 minutes, 3 pricing strategies you need to know starts. Before I let everyone go, does everyone has access to Rock and Rose group? This calendar is in there already.
Right.
It should be in the regular feed. You can click right on the link or go to just 21 University, and it will be right on the front page to register for that class. So we will see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.